G'day, I'm Dr. Friday, and this is the Dr. Friday Show. And we're at Art of Strength in Franklin, Tennessee, and I got lucky enough to have two great guys here that are going to bust you when it comes to exercising. On this side, we have Greg. Over here, we have Scott, and these guys are the trainers that's going to make you do some pretty impossible things. I always thought that I was in fairly good shape, guys, but let me tell you, I've been working out here for about, Greg, five weeks, something like that. Greg is my personal trainer. And so what we're here, guys, and one of the reasons I wanted to come in with the camera crew, I wanted to show people, as an entrepreneur, we constantly are having to overcome obstacles, having to constantly talk, yourself into doing something, either to sell a product, whatever it is. I'm finding I'm having to use those same skills to come in and see Greg every time. So tell me a little bit first, how did you get, Greg, into doing this kind of exercise? What got you into the art of strength?
My entire life I've been an athlete, doing a lot of different types of training. Came down to it, I moved to Nashville to take a training job, got introduced to Scott, got to know this type of training and the kind of things that we do in here, and found out how much better it is for your body, whether you're a general population adult, an athlete, whatever it might be, how unique it is in the ways that it helps you to get stronger, more in shape, and just do things that you want to be able to do in your everyday daily life.
All right, and I'm going to ask you again, since you were his boss, what got you into doing art of strength?
We honestly have similar backgrounds. I was an athlete as well. My career ended, and I knew I wanted to stay around strength and conditioning, live the active lifestyle, because that's what I've always known.
Mm-hmm. Why is it so different?
The reason we're so unique is that everything's built around a functional movement pattern, meaning I'm not going to have you trying to do things just for the sake of isolating a muscle. I'm going to have you do things that are going to mimic motions that you're going to do in your everyday life. Your body does three things. It can push, it can pull, it can squat. So we work in those movement patterns so that you're doing things in a mechanically safe way, so that we're not putting excess stress on joints. We're allowing you to get stronger, more in shape, develop, muscle tone, muscle strength.
How important is this? How important is this muscle?
This is probably, when it comes to what we do, the most important muscle, because again, what sets us apart is not just the science behind what we do, but how we do it.
Right.
A lot of the time in here, you're working time under tension.
Okay.
What that means is I'm working for an elapsed amount of time,
right,
rather than in my head, I know an end goal of 5 reps per movement.
That's
not
right.
the same. So I have to have this right before I start.
Yeah.
If this isn't right, I'm not going to be able to do it the right way.
And one of the things that is majorly different, normally when you go and you get someone to set you up a routine in a gym, you just keep doing the same exact routine, almost becomes boring, which is why probably a lot of people stop. Here, of course, I've never yet done the same thing twice, but there's also that time clock. You don't know how many you're going to do of something. It's just so many seconds of doing this or that, which is what makes this place so unique. I brought the owners in here. You already met Scott. He's a partial owner and a trainer and all that good stuff. And now we have Holly. Now, are you a trainer as well, or just, the brains behind the operation, being a girl and all?
Well, I do have my certified strength and conditioning specialist, but I like to be more of the brains.
Tell me a little bit about why did you get into this particular type of training versus buying, I don't know, a Gold's Gym or something?
Well, I love the functional strength aspect of it. I don't want to be strong enough to lift a Buick. That's not where I am in my life right now. I want to be strong enough to do the everyday things that I need to do.
It's funny you mentioned that, because when I came in here, the first thing I said to Greg was, I don't want to be some muscle builder. I mean, that really was never my dream to look like I'm, really, I just wanted to be lean muscle, you know what I mean? And we have a dream to get there. But anyway, so that's why that's what's great about this. So that was what attracted you to it.
Absolutely.
So what is your guys' dream? I mean, come on, I love entrepreneurs. I love business. So where are we taking art of strength, excuse me. What's the next level besides this wonderful facility? Do we have multi-levels? Where are we at? Tell me.
Yes, absolutely. We are going to continue to grow.
Okay.
Our dream is to have a freestanding facility where we can encompass everything that fitness is.
Okay.
So really what it is, it's going to be physical culture. We're going to be able to train the everyday person, while on the other side of the room, we're going to be training the elite pro athlete. So now we have everything in one space, able to do everything that we dream to do.
And that's one of the things, I guess, a lot of pro athletes use this kind of strength training, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's something that's going to help them as well as the ordinary individual.
We have quite a few professional athletes that train in this facility already.
Okay, well that's kind of neat. I mean, just because obviously they are putting a lot more abuse on their bodies than you and I do, and they're finding this to be as rewarding as other people. That's what I love, because it's fresh, it's new, it's a completely different concept. I don't know about anyone else watching, but gyms burn you out. You go to one gym, it's just like another gym, and they give you the same routines, they look at you, they kind of give this evaluation, next thing you're doing a bunch of reps at the same time.
Right.
When you come here, I can guarantee you, or at least my trainer constantly puts me through something different. I mean, when I think I've got one muscle, he finds another one.
Right.
And he abuses that one. And we go on and on and on. It's an awesome time. And they've got some group classes, so you don't have to stand out being by yourself if you don't want to. Okay, so can anybody do this? Do you need to have some athletic background? What's the story?
Another thing that makes it so special is that anybody can do it. We start off of what we call our levels of progression, vintage progression, corrective strategies. Meaning we start you with a baseline level. You're able to learn how to move, how to control your body, learn the correct technique and how to engage muscles, and then we progress you from there. As you get stronger, you develop more endurance, more strength, and you're able to do more.
So if I'm not an ex-jock like you guys, then I would have no issue with still coming in here and learning how to get in shape.
Exactly.
I mean, or learning this process of doing that.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
As you already stated, we are the only trainers here.
Yes.
Every time you step foot in this gym, you're getting personal training.
Yeah, that is also a wonderful thing.
Right.
Seriously, Scott.
It might not be one-on-one, it might be
Right.
a small group, but we know exactly where you're at physically. We know the right time, and we know how to progress you forward.
Right. And that's great. So, all right. So if you want to know more, bottom of the screen could be information on how you can get a hold of these guys so they can work these guys. We'll be right back.